The investigation will determine what caused this collision. But here's what we know about what happened from publicly available data. We've plotted the latitude and longitude and the altitude data from the passenger jet and the helicopter to show the routes that both aircraft took. You can see them here in green and blue for the passenger jet and red for the helicopter. Now, by 8:34 p.m., the jet had completed its descent to 4,000 feet and was circling back to approach Washington, D.C. from the south. As it completes that circle, it starts its final descent and began following the path of the Potomac River north to the airport. And the majority of planes arriving into Reagan Airport on that day did so on this runway on the left, but the plane was given permission to approach runway 33, the diagonal line here. Now, this airspace is often busy with helicopters, including the US military Black Hawk, which was on a training exercise. And this map shows the routes helicopters are supposed to take over the Baltimore-Washington area. In some places, helicopters are told to fly no higher than 200 feet, but in others, they can go up to 1,500. And it appears the Black Hawk helicopter took a standard flight path down towards Haines Point and past the airport. Now, the helicopter that is up here in red, it was flying lower and heading south. And air traffic control was aware how close the two aircraft were, asked the helicopter whether they could see the plane, a model of jet called CRJ.
Pass 25, get the CRJ in flight. Pass 25, pass find this CRJ. Did you see that?
But again, this is busy airspace. There is a larger jet preparing to land behind the American Airlines plane, a potential distraction on the runway that is more commonly used. And at 400 feet of altitude, 140 miles per hour, the flight tracking stops, the moment of collision. CCTV footage shows a flash of light in the sky at 8:47 p.m. local time. Immediately, air traffic control asks other planes for assistance.
Flight check 3, do you have any kind of searchlight or maybe anything on board that would help shed some light at the east end of the field? Just over the top, head towards Anacostia and I'll call you back. Muster 1-3, do you have any kind of searchlight on board?
Around 10 minutes later, boats are already on the water. This shows marine traffic in the area at the time. Scouring the dark waters of the Potomac, they quickly located the plane wreckage. And at this stage, it was still a search and rescue mission. A few hours later, it became a recovery operations, as officials said there were no survivors. And questions will focus on the helicopter in particular, whether it was in the right place, at the right altitude, and if not, why not? But disasters like this rarely have one simple cause.